should there be poverty in Bunyoro when you get that kind of money? It will be a shame. And the people of Bunyoro, if they stay in poverty with oil, they will curse, they will hate the oil. I want to end my remarks by saying that Bunyoro and Buganda has a long history. There is no doubt that the origin of the two kingdoms is the same. Whether, as we say in Buganda, Chintu is the first king, or whether you say that Chimera is the first king of Buganda. Because we say the Prince Kalemera came, was banished to Bunyoro by his father Kabaka Chwa, the first. Hear the name. Chwa, you know, and Kabalega is Chwa, isn't it? That's what we say. He was banished here and Kalemera sired Chimera. You say Chimera is a brother of Rukidi. Whichever way you look at it, and we say Wanyana was a wife of the Mukama anyway, with whom Kalemera sired Chimera. So there are no contradictions. We've got the same origins. So we fought wars for centuries. And when we were waiting to be ushered into the presence of the Omukama, I told members of the Royal Commission that our wars were not tribal. They were for resources. We better think right, Africans. We are for resources. We were looking for iron ore because we needed the arms. Our arms were spears, were arrows, were swords at that time, and you need iron ore, amatari, to make spears. So you go and fight Bunyoro and you push them out of Bulemez to get iron ore, to get cows. The currency at that time, during those years, were cows. In fact, in Buganda, there is a saying, Oli mugaga, oli nebiralo byente. Nobody talked about cash because there was no currency then. Then we were looking for ivory. We were looking for abavubuka, the youth, to fight in the armies. We were looking for abachala. That's why the wars were there between Buganda and Bunyoro. Nobody, and we must understand our history in the proper context. If we do not interpret our history in the proper context, we shall continue in these trivialities, these little things which don't count for the current generation. And we should not forget there were wars in Europe until the states were viable. No, but even now. But it was worse in the 17th century, 18th century. They had more deadly wars than we ever had between Buganda and Bunyoro. So the talk about tribal wars is shallow, it's not correct. And I think that our present has much to do with our past, but the past must not control how we see the world today and how we should live our lives. We need to work together. I'm very happy that my brother here talks about a permanent commission which explores areas of mutual cooperation. We welcome that with open hands. We need to work together to fight poverty. That is what is common between our people. To promote education, to promote good health, to create employment for the youth, to protect our cultures and heritage. We need to work together because we've got more in common than we want to believe. Tusanze nnyo okwanirizibwa Lukira Basajja gwe tusanze mu lubiri lwe ng'ali wamu n'ab'omusaayi gwe ate era n'aba Royal Commission abakulirwa Atenyi Kabagambe Kaliisa. Tuzze okuwagira enteekateeka z'okusima amafuta kuba twagala okwerabirako n'amaaso gaffe, naye amafuta bwe kiba kya bugagga tukyeyambise nga kikyali kya bbeeyi. Aboogera tetusaana kusima amafuta oba tetusaana kuzimba mudumu bafaananako Omuganda kyagamba nti anaakumma enswa nti toli omulalu, anagoba ku nswa nti toli omulalu. Kati balaba nti waliyo enswa, kati batandise okugamba nti bwe tunaazimba omudumu mujja kubaamu omulalu. amafuta tugasime gatugase. Sente bwe zinaaba zizze ez'amafuta ffe tulowooza nti zisaana okukozesebwa okukuuma obutonde bw'ensi, okuwagira ebyobulamu, okuwagira ebyenjigiriza, okuwagira ebyobulimi, okuwagira ebyobulunzi, okuzimba enguudo n'amalwaliro ne twatugende, okuwagira obukozi bw'emirimu, okuwagira bizinesi, ate n'okutandikawo amakolero ng'amakolero ago geesigamizibwa ku bintu abantu bye bakola naddala obulimi. Era tuzze wano okukikkaatiriza nti Bunyoro esaana efune omugabo ku ssente zinaava mu mafuta, kubanga toyinza kukama nte nga togiwa muddo. Tubale twogera bulijjo nti Buganda eri tuyimirizaawo nnyo Uganda, ge mazima, naffe tufune ku mugabo. Kaakati kye twogera na wano nti n'Abanyoro bafune ku mugabo, obwavu bugobe Bunyoro.
Tusaba abandi mu rugeho